Hi everybody, happy Monday. Start of a new week calls for a mini salted caramel tart, don't you think? I've got a big production meeting tomorrow, meeting all the crew on set of our new TV show, which we commence filming on the 9th of September. And I thought, what am I going to make them all? Because you know me, can't go anywhere without making something. So I thought, this old chestnut. So for all of you out there that had this book. Remember this little book? This little book was never going to sell. It had a green jacket. It had no pictures in it. We weren't famous. We didn't own restaurants or cooking shows, etc., etc., etc. It's gone on to become the biggest selling Australian self-published cookbook in history. 4 ingredients, a little green cover book. If you have it, don't ever throw it out, because one day it will go down in English language history as being the worst written cookbook there ever is. And some recipes, you don't cook your chook, you cock your chook, because spell check back then didn't work as well as it does today. So anyway, this little book, if you've got it, turn to Morning Teas, page 62, and you will find a recipe for an ultimate caramel, I think it's over here, ultimate caramel macadamia tart. So this little recipe is a variation of that, and it calls for bases of short crust pastry. Now, for those of you short crust pastry, you'll often use that for tarts and biscuits versus puff pastries, which is lighter and flakier, which you'll probably use for pies and pastries. Essentially, the main difference is puff pastry contains more fat, i.e. more butter, and butter makes it nice and puffed and flaky. So, but you know, if you're a cook like me and you're making pies like a chicken pie or a chicken leek pie, something like that, you'll often make short crust will be your base and puff your top. So short crust is a little denser, holds in all the moisture, doesn't get as soft in the baking process. So what I did, these are the 4 ingredients for these beautiful little mini salted caramel tartlets. I know, be still my beating heart. Isn't that just a sentence of loveliness in itself? So I've got some dark chocolate, which was on sale for $4 a block. I've got a tin of caramel, which I'm going to start to prepare now. I've got some really nice little sea salt flakes. And what I've got in my oven, because it needs 12 minutes, which is up in about 5 minutes, I've got my little short crust pastry cases. Now, all I didn't cut rounds from this. I took 1 sheet of short crust pastry. I cut it down the middle, and then I quartered it. And then I cut it into 8ths, and there, and then into 16ths, there and there. And I made 16 squares. Now what I did, I had 2 mini 12-cup muffin trays, and I just pressed gently the square short crust pastry into the mini muffin cases. Now I preheated my oven 180 degrees, and I'm baking them for around 12 to 15 minutes, just until, you know, nice and golden on the outside. So we'll bring them out in a second and I'll show you. So once that is done, what you want to do then is prepare your other 2 ingredients. So really, really simple. Essentially what you do, a 200-gram block of chocolate. So we're going to cut it open, and we are going to break it. The old gold always reminds me of my dad. He loves old gold chocolate. His favorite, I think, is the rum and raisin variety. And hello to everyone joining us. I hope you are all well. Hope you had a lovely weekend. And if you are entertaining this week, or you have to take a plate somewhere, this little dish, honestly, it's done in like 20 minutes, and it's so easy and it's so decadent. It's really, really nice. And here's the thing, if you're entertaining for men like I am tomorrow with my production crew, they're all blokes, really great guys, super talented. I've never met a man that doesn't like caramel. So if you can make anything caramel, you know, take it to the office party or whatever. Got people coming on the weekend, father-in-laws, etc., etc. Anything with caramel, they're going to generally tend to love. So I just got a little microwave-safe bowl, and I have just broken up my block, 200 grams of old gold, broken it up, and I'm just going to whiz that into the microwave. So hang with me 2 seconds. I'm putting it in the microwave for 1 minute. Now, my next ingredient is a tin of caramel. So You can buy this at any supermarket now, or you can boil your own. Has anyone ever had the experience of boiling condensed milk? So that's all this is really, it's condensed milk boiled. So there's our caramel. Now I'm taking it out of the tin because all I want to do is give it a stir, just so that it's nice and smooth and silky and easier to work with when I pour it into my short crust pastry cases. So see how as well when it comes out, you may not be able to see it, but when it comes out of the can, there's like little lumps in it. So doing this just gets rid of those little lumps and creates a really lovely river of caramel loveliness. So there you are. Oh, there's our chocolate. That's 1 minute. And I can smell our short crust pastries. So this is a great little dish, mini salted caramel tarts. If you've got to take a plate anywhere, if you've got people coming over, this is a cracker. So I'm going to just get out another little long spoon and I'm going to get my chocolate. 1 second, here I come. Oh, no. I just want to give it another 30 seconds. Hello to everyone joining us from everywhere today. Hope you are all well. Chili Trish, hello. Zoanne Elliott, Julie Elliott, Julie Ellis, Morning Kim, Michelle McGuigan, hello. Diane Bray, sure do. Do you make these as well? Belinda Begbie. This is Belinda. Keep up the good work. I love your cooking from Melbourne, Australia. Oh, Belinda, believe me, love, if I could have written a cookbook called One Ingredient, I would have. Remember, I'm the girl that did a degree in finance at university. It makes no sense. But I like good, simple, easy food. And I like it to look nice. I like it to taste nice. And a lot of these recipes that have been very popular on my little lives are what are actually going in to form the content of our TV show. So let me get the chocolate. Beautiful. So this was my entire chocolate block that I just broke up. Can you see that? And put in the microwave. So you can see that it's still got some blocks, but watch this. If I just start to stir, this might melt down because of the warmth that's retained in the microwaveable safe bowl. And the chocolate, the already melted chocolate's warm. So let's just stir it into a nice, so that it forms a nice runny river of chocolate loveliness. So see how it's just all, if you just give it a little bit of attention, a little bit, if you just stir it a little bit, it'll form a really nice runny, smooth chocolate that you can work with. So for those of you just joining us, we are making mini salted caramel tartlets. So I've got a big production meeting tomorrow, about 6 people on site, and I thought, what can I make and take that I know everyone will love? So this is one of those recipes everybody loves. So I've just got my short crust cases, short crust pastry cases in the oven. We're going to take them out in about 1 minute. I just stirred up my caramel. I've got my chocolate. You can see here as well, my chocolate's melting down nicely. I'm just pushing the little blocks with the back of my spoon against the base of the tray, and it's melting really nicely. And then I've got my sea salt, which forms the 4th ingredient for this lovely little tart. So let's get out our base now, because our chocky is nearly done. So see how our chocky now, really nice, smooth, lovely. Oh, there's just a couple more little lumps. We'll just get those done as well. And then I'll show you how construction works on this little dynamite recipe. It's so easy, don't leave. This is the best part now. We've done all the hard work. The rest is really easy. Oh yeah, beautiful. So that's just all. When you sort of put the little blocks between the bottom of the plate and the back of your spoon, it melts beautifully. So there's our caramel and our dark chocolate. So let's get out now our little short crust pastry cases. So they're coming out of the oven, and I'll just show you what they look like. So here they are. That was basically a sheet, 1 sheet of short crust pastry that I cut into 16. So there's 1 more in the oven. I'll get it out too. And you can see, you know, they bake up really nicely. As I said, the difference between short crust pastry and puff pastry is really, you know, puff pastry has more butter, so it's flakier, really good for quiches and pastries. Short crust, you're going to use more probably in, you know, pies, etc., and little tartlets like this, where you want it kind of to hold its form a bit more. So let me get the oven and turn off my oven. And here's the other 4. So there's our 16. So for those of you that are just joining us, essentially all I did was take 1 sheet of short crust pastry, cut it in half, cut it in quarters, then in 8ths, and then in 16ths. And that's all I did. So 1 sheet of short crust pastry is making 16 of these beautiful little tartlets. So we love that, easy and economical. So what we're going to do, let me just maybe pop that there. I'll take some of these out just to show you. So what you do probably is let it cool a little bit longer. I'll put those over there. I'll just do 8 now to show you, and then I'll finish them off air. But hello to Debbie Bailey, sounds good already. Ann Thompson, Tyson Cox, do you make croissants? I don't, Tyson. I use puff pastry, and then I'll put fillings in them, and I'll just make, you know, various, you know, croissants from that, but I use them from already made puff pastry. Michelle Gibson, can you show the tin products closer to camera? Oh, sure, I will do. Julie Muller, Sherelle Kath, hello to you. Linda Beck, hello everybody. Brenda Ben, good morning. Eve Howie, oh my gosh, there's so many. Cindy LaRossa Jones, hello, love your book, that first little green one. Hello from Canberra, Sharon Leanne Edwards. Leslie Perkins, this looks good. Wait till I construct them, Les. They're going to get better. Sharon McKay, hello to you as well. Hope you all had a fantastic weekend. Rosie Selvaggi, hello from the Blue Mountains. What's the weather like there up there this morning? Rosie. Karen Eason, hi. I am Haley, home from school, sick and watching. Oh, dear. Hope your daughter gets better soon, Karen. So, what you do now, here are your, let me move my water over here. So here are our little short crust pastry cases. Okay, now I baked them, that was about, what, 12 to 15 minutes. So they're cooling, they're firming up even more. They're okay, they're still very warm, but that's fine. I want to show you how we construct. So essentially, you're going to fill them about 2/3 full with caramel, like so. And then I'll show you something else you could do as well, actually. Because what we want to do, we want to coat with chocolate. What you could also do, you could use a little bit, let me get a brush. Have I got a brush in here? Maybe in my next cupboard. Let me just see. Oh, I can't find one. But what you could do, you could just coat the base of your little pastry case as well, like so, with the chocolate. So that would work just as well. So on the first 4, what we'll do, so if you coat the base with chocolate, you probably need to just set it in the fridge just for, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes, wouldn't take very long at all. So let's do that. And if you've got a pastry brush, it'll probably work a little faster, but that's okay. I just couldn't find mine quickly offhand. Too many kitchen gadgets in my kitchen drawers. There we are. And another, last one. So you can see just going in like so, swirling the chocolate around. I love the dark chocolate. I love the combination of the sweetness of the caramel, the slight bitterness of the dark chocolate, and then the saltiness of the sea salt. So what we will do now, we will take the chocolate, well actually let's start from the back. We're going to top these with a little caramel like so, and then what we'll do, we'll put them in the fridge just to set. You want that chocolate to set, the caramel to set in the chocolate. There we are. And you could, those ones there, you could top with some toasted macadamia nuts or pecan nuts. Anything would be really beautiful. These ones, what we're going to do is we're going to coat with a layer of chocolate, like so. Voila, I'm just spooning it rather rustically. You could coat the entire amount if you wanted. Here we are. Can you see how I'm just pouring it over the top, the chocolate, and then before the chocolate actually sets, what I want to do is just sprinkle it with some lovely, coarse, pink sea salt flakes. There we are. So here's our sea salt. Onto the top. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh, that is such a yummy little combination. There we are. And if I had some, let me just see, I'm pretty sure I do, some macadamia nuts. Oh, yep, just here. What I would do is just chop up a few little macadamia nuts. You could toast them. Actually, I'd toast them first, beautiful people, because it's just going to enhance their flavour. Let's just cut these like so. And what I would do, I would sprinkle the macadamia nut. See, I'm from Queensland, and one of my best friends owns a macadamia nut farm. So these are something we've got in our cupboard all the time. So look at that, your macadamia nuts on top. And there you are. There's a couple of variations for a really easy, yummy, delicious morning tea. Mini salted caramel tarts, or you've got a really beautiful ultimate chocolate caramel macadamia nut tart, whichever takes your fancy. Both are just as easy, really, once you've got the ingredients. So remember the 4 ingredients. It's your puff pastry. It's your tin of Nestle's caramel top and fill. So I think in the supermarket aisle, it's near the condensed milk anyway. All it is the boiled condensed milk, so that's easy. A block of dark chocolate, and then on some I added sea salt, on the others I added some macadamia nuts. So whichever takes your fancy. But that essentially will be what you see on my feed, my stories tomorrow on Instagram and Facebook, because they will be tomorrow's morning tea on our TV set for a production meeting. So there you go, beautiful people. Oh, I can tell you're all loving this because I can see the hearts gone crazy. But this is exactly how we like things in the 4 ingredients kitchen. Quick, easy, and delicious. So wherever you are today, hope you are having a good day, and give these a little whirl next time you got to take a plate somewhere. I swear to God, everyone loves them. There we go. Into the fridge they go. I'll take a photo and add it to this. Now, the recipe I've already typed up as well, so it'll go live as soon as I end this video. So bye, everybody. Have a fab day. Elizabeth Schmidt, great books. Oh, yes, and remember, they're on sale until the 31st of August. So what's the day? The 26th, 5 more days. So this little book, I think, is usually about 20 bucks, 25% off. So $15 sent anywhere in the country before Father's Day. And if you haven't entered our Father's Day competition, head over to our website, foringredients.com.au, click on the win icon and enter as well, because we've got some really great crock pots that we're giving away thanks to our friends from better.com.au and Sunbeam Australia. So every dad needs a slow cooker. Actually, my slow cooker is over there at the moment with a really big leg of lamb in it that I use some tomato soup and French onion soup and heaps of veggies in it. That's dinner tonight, done and dusted. So why do we love our slow cooker? 5 minutes at the start of the day, and at the end of the day, you've got this house full of this beautiful aroma and the knowledge that dinner is done. That's why we love our slow cookers. So anyway, my loves, have a fabulous Monday. Hope it's a good day, good precedent to the rest of the week. And I'll post a little picky of this when I take them out of my refrigerator in about 10 minutes time. Bye, everybody. Toodles.